When you come to church this Sunday, you're going to notice that the sanctuary has been changed. We have done some rearranging of furniture. We have taken everybody off of the stage, and everybody will be at the same level on the sanctuary floor. And the reason we did this all started back during our State of the Church meetings that we had in January. And a couple things came up in that time. One was that people talked about having more participation in the service and being able to ask questions and have more discussion time. A second reason for this was also to try and show our strengths and take advantage of the things we are good at. And I think one of the best things our church does is we gather and connect really well.
If you want to talk about any inspiration you had or goals or...
Well, I think I really started thinking about how the church was organized when I started singing more up front, and I had that view on Sunday mornings of, seeing everyone out there and thinking how we're just at a different place, after 2 years in a pandemic, and everybody's church has changed, and we have the opportunity to do something different. And so I think I really love creating spaces that are comfortable but also functional for where we're at right now. People are used to going to church in their living room because they're used to watching online, or they used to be, and to maybe make the sanctuary more of a living room feel. So I want to make this kind of like Jesus' living room where people can come and feel comfortable and be in community and listening to God's word and participating and just feeling comfortable for them to be part of the church, and then also for people who are watching online to be able to see what our church is really like, because one of the big strengths of our church is relationships and community, and I think you don't catch that if you're just kind of watching the people up front every Sunday. So that's kind of was my inspiration for it.
Yeah.
I know we don't have a whole lot of kids coming right now, but I think you had an idea for how you wanted to make that.
Yeah.
As far as
yeah, I was thinking about how we haven't had a lot of children in our church for a while, and yet we would love to have children in our church. Like, I was thinking about, as a parent or a grandparent now, how I would love it if I came to a church and they had a little area where I could stay with my child in the service, but there were toys and a comfortable place where I wasn't front and center, but I also didn't have to kind of go away and miss the service. And so we're creating a little space in the back with some puzzles and books and quiet toys for families who come with kids, so that they can feel comfortable and stay in the service. And we're all at the point in life where we love to hear little kids play, so nobody's like, shh, be quiet. We like when kids are part of our service and hearing them and stuff. So that was another big kind of focal point of one of the parts of the room rearranging.
There we go. This is really a trial. We're trying things out. Things will, I'm sure, have to change. We'll see things that need to be done differently. But I think it will also fit in well with, we're going to be doing a series on the book of Acts, and it's going to be, we're going to be going through the themes that are found in the book of Acts, and it's going to be a cooperative series. We're going to, one of the themes is going to be on prayer, and so we're going to put small teams of people together to develop a couple of services that are focused on prayer. There will be some teaching through the book of Acts on prayer, but then there will be times of prayer, and those teams will be putting that together, and we will do something like that with each of the themes for a couple of weeks. So know that we're in process, and feel free to share your opinions. Thank you.
So this is what we have so far. We're kind of still, fine-tuning, but we wanted to have a little area back here for kids and parents so that they can be part of the service but feel comfortable that they're not in the middle of everything. And then we're going to have a coffee area back here, which isn't quite set up yet, but that's going to be where coffee is. And then we just have like some tables and chairs, some comfier seating, like a futon here and some of the upholstered chairs. And then the front, and we have some plans for this wall, but they're not quite ready yet, so that might be a change coming. And then I'm leaving it to all the mastermind musician people to figure out what they're doing with the music, but that's what we've got so far.
So one of the things I've heard a lot of things about kind of what the goals for kind of this rearranged sanctuary is. That's mostly, a lot of increased community engagement, getting the congregation more involved, a little more democratic of a process, as it were. For the audio and video side of things, that raises a couple kind of interesting difficulties, which is if you don't know where your sounds are coming from, you've got to be able to capture them wherever they come from. So for the audio, I have a set of 2 microphones spaced apart, kind of raised up in the sanctuary, and those will capture sound wherever it happens in the room. They also are high enough that they won't pick up anything that happens very close. So if you're sitting near them, don't worry, it's not going to pick you up extra loud or anything like that. You can sit wherever you'd like. But what that allows is, if the congregation is singing and everything like that, it'll capture more of that, so it'll be more kind of the community, all of us making music instead of just the band on stage and then the rest of us. Also, the camera work also try to support that. So instead of just having some cameras pointed at the stage, there are now cameras kind of put all around, so you can kind of see. If someone asks a question, you can see who's talking and things like that. One more difference you're going to see is that now some of the musicians at least, are going to be sitting in the congregation with you. So if you see one of us, don't be alarmed. We don't bite. You can sit right on next to us or one space over if you need room for the guitar head.